How's it, Indian Cowboy? This is your live show for Friday, August the 26th, to talk about Friday's ball games. We've been doing a live show every single day, and happy to get it to you. And it seems to be people like it, so we're gonna keep doing it for the live show and talk about ball games, whatever you guys want to talk about for the next 15 minutes or so. Normally we talk about around 6 games during this time, so just pop in what you want, the games that you want to talk about, and we will talk about those games. And obviously, if you don't have time to listen to it right now, you can always record it or listen to it as a podcast later on as well. So I'll let people go ahead and kind of stream in here a little bit. But we normally try to do this at night, and but this is the earliest we've typically done it. We've done it yesterday around 4 or 5 Eastern. We're doing it this morning around a little bit before 9 a.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow or later on tonight, we'll try to do it around 10 Eastern or 9:30 Eastern. But again, it's we always put up the recording back on our Twitter, and you also get a notification when we go on a live show as well. But go ahead and start sending in those games that you want to talk about. Hello, Bananas. Good morning. Go ahead and send in, type in the chat box there. What games you guys want to talk about here today? We'll talk about 6 ball games, and then I'll tell you which one is my favorite. And then I'll also recap at the end what our favorite lean is. Obviously, this is completely different from the daily free pick video, which I will do normally as well. But it's just a live show just to discuss ball games. It's our live show to discuss a whole bunch of games. So go ahead and start sending it in here. The first game that I know that people will ask about today is the let's see here. What is the Bills and Carol? I think we might have a couple of. Let me make sure we don't give out any of our football premium plays because that would kind of irritate our football clients if we were to give out those. Yeah, our 4 games today. Let's see here. We can't talk about the Bills Panthers because that's one of our premium selections for Doc Sports. It's actually our preseason game of the year, actually. But we can talk about North. We can talk about any other games besides that. I know there's a whole bunch of college football games that people want to talk about too. Just want to say thanks, love the shows. Phillies game, please. Sure. Hey, Steven, good morning. So the Phillies game, Steven wants to talk about the Phillies game, so let's talk about that game. You have a total of, it's funny, it's minus 300, right? Which is kind of wild. 65% of the public on the over as well. Pirates lost 2-14, 1-6, 1-2, 5-9, 1-10. Ugly losses, 5 straight losses now. 30 games under 500. Phillies have rolled 4-0, 7-5, 7-6, 4-1. So they've won 4 in a row. Nice game against Cincinnati. Out hit them 7-5. Pirates got embarrassed, got out hit 14-6. So what happens here? Bryce Wilson here for the Pirates, and he has not faced Philadelphia this year. He went 7-5-3 against Cincinnati. Pretty good start. 5-6-4 against San Fran. He used to pitch for the Braves, and I'm a Braves fan, so I remember Bryce Wilson when he came through. 5-4-1 against Baltimore. 5-6-3 against Milwaukee. 2 home runs, 3, 4, 7 home runs in his last 4 games. Normally totals are between 8 and 9 and 7.5 for him, so somewhere between the 7.5 and the 9 margin. I actually think he's a pretty good pitcher. And Pittsburgh coming off one of the worst losses of the year, aren't they going to be motivated? Even though that's the type of loss that gets you fired, right? What are we talking? As far as the Pirates will be facing Bailey Falter, who just pitched against them, went 6-5-2 and beat him in 10 innings. He went 6-2-1 against the Mets. Pretty good pitcher, obviously. Obviously, the Phillies want to win as many games as they want to win. What is his ERA? He has, what are these guys? 4.40 and 5.74. I don't know. What kind of line are you seeing on the Pirates? What do you think about +2 or +2.5? Are you able to get +2 or +2.5 on this game? I kind of like the Pirates here. I think you get a decent pitcher here, and I can see how he hangs tough, and getting +2.5 on a total of like 9 is not bad. So I like the over too. But I like the Pirates to +2 and maybe even +2.5 today. Coming off one of the worst losses of the year. Plus, you get a pitcher that's actually quite good in Bryce Wilson, who's pitched against pretty well against above 500 teams. So taking them +2 or +2.5, I don't think is a bad idea at all. So there you go. Next game, please. Who's got the next game here? And normally we do these live shows at night. We try to do them at night, somewhere around 9 Eastern at night. And so looking forward to the next one, 9:30. Hey Scott, good morning. Blue Jays game, okay? So you have the Angels versus the Blue Jays. Totals around 8.5 here. Public on the over for about 61%. Angels coming off a 3-8, 3-4, 1-11, 1-2, 0-4, 3-4. So they've lost, 6 in a row to Detroit and the Rays. Interesting. Last time they played each other, Toronto beat them in that May series all 4 games. They comfortably beat them all 4 games. So the Angels have a little revenge, but of course the Angels are terrible. Toronto comes off 3 straight wins, sweeping Boston 9-3, 3-2, and 6-5. Big wins. Boston out hit them 15-13. Huge game. But Toronto still was able to win. The Angels are so sad. They out-hit the Rays 10-7, and then they lost the game 3-8. They're just so bad. Reed Detmers here against Mitch White, 3.66, 3.38. Not bad ERAs. Detmers has pitched against Boston this year. Yes, twice. 4.43 against him, 4 innings, 4 hits, and 3 runs, and he beat him. 4.30. Pretty good, but he lost that game. He went 4 innings, 10 hits, and 4 runs against Detroit, 5-5-2 against Minnie, 7-6-1 against Seattle, 7-3. He's a good pitcher. He's not a bad pitcher. Against Atlanta, he went 5-3. It's pretty phenomenal pitching. And it's not like the Angels aren't hitting; they're just not scoring runs. So they are able to get some runs across. Hits across the board. And he comes off a game where he gave up 10 hits, which is a season high in hits for him. So I actually like him to pitch well today. I do. And you get a guy with a 3.66 ERA. So what is Mitch White here? Mitch White here, Toronto, pitching against. He used to pitch for the Angels. The Dodgers. Now he's with the Blue Jays. So former Dodger pitcher here. Facing the Angels. Has he pitched against the Angels this year? No. He went 4-7-1 against the Yankees. A lot of hits, though. 7 hits on 4 innings. He went 4-6-3 against Minnesota. Again, a lot of hits. 6-9-2 against Washington. He's given up, 25 hits in 21 innings. Quite a lot of hits there. Man, I actually like the Angels here. I do. And I like them plus the 1.5 today. I think you get a pretty good pitch. I think you get a Toronto pitcher that's not pitching well in Mitch White. I think the Angels have a good pitcher here, Reed Detmers. I think he's on a bounce back too, season high in 10 hits, and they come off 13 hits against Boston, but they actually played pretty well. So I like the Angels here. Getting plus 1.5 on 8.5 runs isn't a bad idea either. So I like that too. So lean on the Angels there in your second game. And by the way, I'll recap all this at the end here. I'll tell you which one is my favorite probably. But you're getting 17, 18% of the run total before the game starts. That's certainly useful, right? All right, moving on here. Good morning. Hey, Caples, good morning. Caples, Dodgers, Marlins. All right, so Dodgers, Marlins here. That game, I don't see a line, but I'm sure a line will come out. Let me see who the Marlins pitcher is. Actually, someone pop. Yeah, let me see who the Marlins pitcher is right now. Marlins pitcher has not been named. Okay. The line, as far as I can tell, has not been given either. You get a Dodger pitcher here. 12-6, 10-1, 0-4, 10-3, 7-0. They just beat Milwaukee pretty badly. 13 hits. I actually don't want to give a lean on this game because I don't know who the Marlins pitcher is from what I can tell. I just know Tyler Anderson's pitching. Marlins coming off a 2-3, 5-3, 3-0. They come off a loss against Oakland. Did take 2 of 3 from Oakland. Dodgers, of course, coming off a 12-6 win against Milwaukee. Took 2 of 3 against Milwaukee. Did sweep the Marlins in 3 games. And those 3 games, 2-1, 7-0, and 2-3. That's interesting. I might actually lean. How did Anderson fare against the Marlins last time? Let's see here. He just pitched against these Marlins, went 7-5-1 on a total of 8-6-7-3 against Kansas City, but 7-2-0 and 5-6-5 against San Fran, though. Colorado, 7-4-0. Interesting. 2.73 ERA for him there. Actually, it's hard for a pitcher to beat a team twice. Okay, it is very difficult. It is hard for a pitcher to beat a team twice in back-to-back games. So bear that in mind. I would actually lean on the over or on the Marlins in this game, but I'm probably going to lean on the over in this game. Um, I don't know who the Marlins pitcher is, but if I had to take an early lean here, I would say that Miami's probably an active dog, and I would lean on the over. The only thing is they put up 12 runs yesterday. The Dodgers did, and how many runs did Miami put up? Were they frustrated that game? Yeah, total was at 7, 2 runs. How many hits did they get? They got 5 hits. Yeah, I would say right now my lean right now is on the over, but I don't know who's pitching for Miami yet for what it's worth. Okay. Um, hey Anthony, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good morning. Hey, and KC Nax, good morning. When did your love for sports start? Early, probably when I was like 7, 8 years old when I used to root for the Braves, and that team had Sid Bream, the '90s Braves, and Jeff Blauser and Mark Lemke and Terry Pendleton and Greg Olson and John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, Maddox, Lee Brandt, Avery, and Bedrosian was a setup man. Wohlers was the closer. Remember all those guys? The outfield had Justice and Gant and Otis Nixon. So that's when it started with the love for the Braves, and it used to be on TBS, Turner Broadcasting System, after the Andy Griffith Show, right? So I used to love that show. Hey, IC, how's it? Any news on what happened to the YouTube Premium membership? I know you guys are working on. Yeah, we're just working on it with YouTube to change some things because they've asked us to change some of the format and stuff. So I suspect they'll be back in a month. That's why I'm doing these live shows for you, and that way we kind of keep up with it. And at the end, I tell you which one I like the most, which would have been our YouTube Premium play probably. So yeah, that's why we're trying to still stay in the same rhythm. I need 2 more games. Someone toss me 2 more games. Good morning. Hey, The Real. Good to see you. Good morning, Indians, Cowboys, Mets run line thoughts. Good morning, Indian Cowboy, Mets run line thoughts. Yeah. So let me look at that game here. 8.5 is the total. 60% on the Rockies, Mets here. Let's see. Mets 3-1. 3-1, 2-0. They'd beaten them in back-to-back games. Okay, fine. Colorado 1-3, 4-16, bad losses. This was yesterday's game. Mets 8 hits. Okay. Mets had 8 hits against Colorado. Okay. Mets haven't been playing well, frankly. Losing 6 of 10. Okay, but only 3-1. So both these offenses might step up this time, right? So then you have Chad Kuhl here. 5.89 against San Diego, 3.65 against the Dodgers, 2.53, just horrible, especially the start against San Diego. He has not pitched against the Mets so far. This might be the perfect guy for them to hit off of. 6 home runs, 7, 9 home runs, 10 home runs in his last 6 games. So bad. Here, he's got a 5.16 ERA. He just kind of fell off the bandwagon there for the Rockies. He was actually a pretty good pitcher in Pittsburgh. Chris Bassett here, former Oakland A's pitcher, pitching for the Mets here. 5-4-0 against Philadelphia, dominating start. He is now obviously pitching against the Rockies. Has he pitched against Colorado this year? He has not. 8.81 against Cincinnati, 7.60 against Washington. He's been pretty phenomenal. But he's going to have a letdown at some point, but he's been pretty phenomenal. What's the total at here? And what's the ERA for Bassett? 3.26. Totals normally range here between 7, 9, 7, 10, 11. Okay. 8, 8.5. I'm surprised that the line is only – I'm surprised that the total's at 8, 8.5, considering how bad Chad Kuhl has been. He's got to pitch better. If he doesn't pitch better, it's going to look horrible on him. You know what I mean? He just can't keep getting blown out like this. His last decent start, but he hasn't had. He's been so bad. He's given up. He went 9 innings, 3 hits, and no runs against the Dodgers. But ever since then, he's had 6 straight non-quality starts. So you have a Colorado team on a bounce back. a Colorado pitcher that's on a bounce back. You have a Mets pitcher that's been lights out. The Met, it was only 3-1 last game. Frustrated Mets offense, maybe. Yeah, I don't see a ton of value. I mean, I actually see a little bit of value in. I sort of like the under just because Bassett's pitching well and Cool has to and Chad has to pitch better. So I would take it. I would take a small lean on the Rockies and Mets under, um, but it's nothing major. Out of these, the Pirates plus the 2.5, or the Angels plus the 1.5, or the Dodgers, Marlins over maybe, and Colorado and the Mets under. I sort of like the Angels the most right now. Maybe the Dodgers, Miami over. Um, that'd be one of the twos that I like the most. One more game here, and I'll tell you which one I like the most, and we'll call it a day. Yeah, W, good to see you. Yeah, W. So for the Royals and Padres, total at 8.5 here. Padres 0-7, 1-3. They've only put up 1 run in 2 games. They had 6 hits last game. They got out hit 13-6 or something like that. Kansas City coming off a nice 5-3 win over Arizona, 3-7 and 6-4 prior to that. Okay. Let's see here. Kansas City 8-3, 12-6. They beat San Diego last time. Padres have to bounce back, right? Back-to-back losses. That looks bad. And last time they had back-to-back losses, 0-3, 3-4 against Miami. They put up 10-3 and won. 1-3 and 3-6 loss to Washington. They won 2-1. Kansas City is actually not playing that bad, but they can struggle on offense. 5 runs is the most that they've had, and actually almost in 9 out of the last 10 games. Padres have a to-be-determined pitcher from what I can tell. Let me make sure. San Diego Padres. Oh, it looks like Musgrove is pitching. Okay, so let's see here. Padres, Musgrove. Bill Musgrove, by the way. 6-4-1 from 6-4-1 from Musgrove against Washington. 6-8-3, 7-8-1 against San Fran. 4-8-6. He actually had 3 straight non-quality starts. 6-4-2, 5-5-4, 5-9-5, 7-5-0, 7-1-0, 7-5-3. Washington start was pretty good, but can he step up? Here is the question. He did go 8-1-0 against Milwaukee, 6-4-0 against Colorado. His team needs him to come through. His ERA sits at Oh, they don't have it. Okay. Yeah, his ERA sits at 2.91. So then you have Bubic here, pitching. What is his situation? 3-8-4 against Tampa Bay, 5-10-4 against Minnesota. He's got to bounce back too. 5-7-3 against the White Sox. Has he pitched against San Diego this year? No, I don't want to go against him. He comes off one of his worst outings of the year, less than 4 innings. I think both these guys are going to be motivated to pitch well to the under today. Okay, so I like Kansas City and Tampa. I know. Well, it's kind of stinks because the people like the under too. So you either got to take the Padres run line here. I don't want to take the under. Both these guys are if the public's on the under here. I'll take San Diego run line. I think they have to come through with the better offense. Did San Diego lose yesterday to Kansas City? No, they haven't played yet. Have they played early this year? No, they haven't played since 2017. So I like the Padres run line there. So here are the lanes for the 5 games today. Pirates plus the 2, plus the 2.5 on the live show here. Angels plus the 1.5. Dodgers, Miami over. Colorado and the New York Mets under. And the San Diego Padres run line. The one I probably like the most. I actually like the Angels plus the 1.5 here, but it's tough to. It's kind of a hit or miss with them sometimes. The one I like the most probably is the Angels plus the 1.5. Or San Diego run line. Which one do I like more? I'll go with San Diego run line. I like San Diego run line the most probably out of all these. There you go. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Yeah, Big Wig, the premium, we're working on it with YouTube. They wanted us to make some changes, and we're working on it. Might take a couple weeks, though, but we're working on it. But that's why we're doing these live shows for you every single day. So in that way, we kind of keep up. If I were to do a YouTube premium today, it would have been on San Diego run line. So there you go. Nice number, Emilio. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Big Wig. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, W, Marino, David, Real, KC, Big, K-Win, Caples, Vincent. Vincent, we'll have more for you. Just check out the live shows. There'll be lots of stuff there for you to take with you to Vegas. Thanks for all your work. David, we'll try to get to that game on the daily morning video. Hope you guys are doing great. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Or I'll see you in a short while for the daily video with our free play. Take care. And be sure to give this video a like if you'd like as well.